I began acting when I moved to the United States. But my background initially is in business and marketing and communications, and I started in that and then eventually switched into performance and acting. Well, I was in fashion for a while as well. I was in modeling, and through that kind of segued into acting over time. So I've been an actor for the last 10 years or so, and also gone into screenwriting and producing theatre and film. I think it will be Peter Minshall and his work. I mean, I've just always been struck by the power of his work, and there's a kind of truth to his work, and it really goes, when you see one of his designs and on stage, it just kind of resonates in a very powerful way. And it's, I think he's one of the most, powerful artists, in the last century, basically. And were he anywhere else in the world, maybe he would be Steven Spielberg on that level in terms of world recognition. Certainly in terms of talent, he's right up, he's there. And I think from Trinidad, he's one of the most. Jeffrey Holder, someone who is a big, who I really admire. He's like a Renaissance man in the arts. He's a dancer, he's a painter, he's an actor, he's a singer, he's a writer, he's a choreographer. He does everything, and I think that's a very big inspiration to me. In terms of actors that inspire me, Daniel Day-Lewis is an actor who I admire very much. Of course, Meryl Streep and all these people, that we all see in mainstream. But they are those are some of the people that jump out at me. Dreaming and creative visualization of that dream, like really being very specific about what you want, and if you have an inspired thought about something, that this is kind of what I want to do. Because I had no prior pedigree as an actor, coming from a world of business and just, seeing a performance and an acting class actually that was like, wow, this is something I might want to do, and then kind of pursuing that. And I think really being able to see as much as you can when probably there's no grounds for you to even think that is viable or that is even a chance, but to be able to despite that, pursue that dream, pursue that inspired thought, and start taking action, taking steps towards that. I think if you have a dream or a daydream of something and you hope about it and wish, that ultimately fuels regret and disappointment, because it becomes a dream unfulfilled. And I think what I've learned that time is gonna go, however you use it, so it's up to you to maximize that time. And there's going to be challenges along the way. It's not going to be easy. I think if it was easy, everybody would pursue their dreams. That's why, if it was something that everybody did, no one would be talking about it, right? So it's like, there are obstacles, there are challenges, life challenges, professional challenges, and I've had my fair share as most other people. And I think it's being, knowing that you deserve it, knowing that you're worthy of fulfilling that, believing in it. I think a life in the arts is an act of faith. You really have to believe in yourself when everyone tells you, nah, they have money in that, or nah, what you gonna do? They can't find no work in that, or whatever. But really keep reaffirming to yourself and surrounding yourself with the right people that are gonna keep affirming your dreams, giving you constructive criticism, and guidance, as you inevitably will progress. And I think that's been the challenge, and that's been the lesson, that always keep going towards the fair and go towards the unknown, because in the unknown lies growth, lies inspiration, and lies the new door that you don't know, rather than just staying in one position. Success in the global arena, I think one of the things that I think I'm finding more and more true is, to thine own self be true, and I think the more you know who you are, what you want, where you come from, the more grounded you are. And I think it's there's nothing more unique than the truth of who you are, and I think it's easier said than done, when sometimes all around you may not affirm that who you are is enough to succeed, when a lot of what you see as being successful does not look like you, or does not represent where you're from, or represent what you like or your taste, and it's like, well, maybe I need to do a little bit more of that other thing or this other thing, and I think that's the artist's struggle. But ultimately, no one can be you, and you are uniquely individual in and of yourself, and I think the courage for me also, I'm always trying to I want to, you have to, but I think the more you are true to who you are, and you know who you are, and know what you want, where you come from, and that's a constant asking those questions, and you constantly getting more specific about that you will inevitably be unique, and in that uniqueness, and that specificity in that uniqueness, you actually become more global. That's the paradox of the thing, the more true to who you are, the more international you become. So I would say that. And of course, the other things about being determined, ambitious, humble, and knowing your craft. I think that's very important. I think really knowing your craft, investing in your craft, educating yourself, experience as much as you can, access to as much as you can. I think that's also a big thing for global success or international success, is being able to access the world. And we have a lot of, in terms of internet and that sort of thing, that allows us to see into, but also physically experiencing different things, different cultures from around the world, not just the mainstream, but from really inspires you, and I think gives you the right mix and combination to succeed. A number of things, and I think one of the main things I feel like no one should do anything, but we ought to really embrace who we are, and really creative industries essentially is a reflection of self-worth, self-esteem, self-worth, and really embracing who we are, and who we are it's not political, it's not academic, it's how we eat, how we talk, how we walk, how we dress, how we commune as people. That's culture, basically. And that is, and the arts are an expression of that. So to embrace the arts is to really embrace who we are, and I think once we do that, and I'm not saying we don't, we do in many respects, but I think to really take it to that next level is to really believe that we're the best. What we do is great, like hamburgers and fries is great, yeah, well, stew chicken and pilau and callaloo and soca and everything else is equally on par and far and almost better, I would even argue, and I think that's the kind of pride and and ownership that I think is and that's, I guess that's an attitudinal thing that I think is vital. and I think we could do more of. And I think it's there, but I think sometimes we take it for granted, and and I think it's really just to embrace it a little bit more and to be more conscious about what we're doing, and really put steps and things in place so that it's not every 100 years we get another mint shell, that we're actually producing them systematically and fostering that.